Welcome back to Sturgeon Creek Genetics on a beautiful mid-May afternoon, even though there are some pop-up storms in the distance, so I'm not going to stay here too long. But you guys have seen videos of this field before, and not too long ago we had it picked bare, which is not ideal for rotational grazing, but this is kind of the section that gets hit first after we bring our cattle from over there at that barn. That's where we winter them. There's a big bowl that we cleaned out below the below that barn, and we put all of our hay in the dry. So that's where we winter them, and then they basically come to this section next because our water hole is down there. You see the white post, and just wanted to show you, I think there's 45, 43, there's about 45 cows in here, and then, you know, a lot of calves to go along with it. But I wanted you to see how this fescue has jumped back, and you'll see a little bit of buttercup mixed in, but not a lot. But it's a beautiful, beautiful sight seeing all these cows out here grazing and picking this time of year. You'll see a few smaller females mixed in. We actually brought our yearling heifers and first calf heifers and put them in this group just for a little bit so we can get the shots and vaccinations for them, and then we're going to move them right back out, get them separated back out. But I'll drive through just a second on our Polaris and show you a few of them. We have a lot of calves that we're expecting, and granted they're calving a little later than we would like. Obviously we don't particularly want a May calf or even a June calf, but we're going to move most of the herd into breeding them in November, so we're looking to get that fall calf next year. But if Tyler Morgan or Eddie's watching this, that smallest heifer you guys bought off us, that is her mother. I told Tyler on the phone yesterday that he really needs to keep the smallest heifer he's got, because that is her mother. You want to talk about just a really nice commercial cow. She was out of an Angus mother that was AI'd to a Hereford bull from Select Sires. Cheyenne was the bull, actually. And you want to talk about what I like to see in a black-white face. And then right here is a couple of our yearling heifers. So that 26 Hereford right there, she is a March calf. And then the black-white face beside her is an April calf. That is a full F1. Let's see if I can spin around here. And they are enjoying picking some grass. They've been in the shade because it's been kind of hot. And that's our Good Early Bird cow that came out of the Good Ranch in Texas. She's going to be a future donor cow for us. She's enjoying her time here at Sturgeon Creek Farm. And then here's another two of the yearling heifers, and that's actually a black Hereford as well, but that's a HX. And another yearling heifer has popped onto the scene, I should say. Ciao, girls. I'll show you this black one. That is a Patriarch heifer out of the Ruby cow family, and she is a late February calf, and she's going to be a nice one. She's going to be a nice one. But I will show you, you'll hear farmers talk this time of year about how in the world a cow has not calved yet, and I'll show you an example of that on this Hereford. Folks, that's about as calvy as you're going to see a female. And how in the world she's not calved yet, I do not know. So, any second now on her. See, there's still some more cows laying in the shade. This particular field I have them in, I don't have an absolute ton of shade for them, and that's something you got to keep in dirty right now. They have one spot under an oak tree that they like to lay in the mud, just like you'd see elephants or a rhino do in Africa. And I guess it helps with flies, but anyway, you know, guys, you can see, I mean, we burned this pasture up not that long ago, and it has jumped back wonderfully. It's this time of year, the good Lord's gave us some rain, and if you get the hooves off the pasture, it's really going to pay off. So anyway, a little longer video than normal for us, but thanks for checking on the cows with me.